Beast Combat Domain, Thunder Abyss Mountain. Thunder Abyss Mountain is now bustling several times more than it was 2 months ago. Its headquarters has expanded significantly, with powerful auras surging among the mountain peaks. Patrol teams regularly sweep the skies with sharp eyes, scrutinizing every inch of the mountain range. Thanks to the battle at the Divine Relic Mountain Range, Thunder Abyss Mountain has truly risen within the Beast Combat Domain. Its reputation now rivals that of the other 3 demon commanders. Furthermore, with Lin Dong obtaining the Xintian Palace and having a large number of divine relics, many factions and powerful individuals are envious. As a result, when Thunder Abyss Mountain issued its recruitment call, numerous powerful figures flocked there, seeking entry and the potential to acquire divine relics. However, Thunder Abyss Mountain is cautious about these newcomers. The recruitment conditions are extremely stringent, and one must achieve certain levels of contribution to obtain any divine relics. This contribution is earned by leading forces to expand territory and gather resources for Thunder Abyss Mountain. Reaching such a level is no easy feat. These powerful individuals understand the challenge, but divine relics are rare. Acquiring one can significantly enhance their combat abilities. Moreover, Thunder Abyss Mountain's standing has improved, making even the other 3 demon commanders wary of provoking them. Joining Thunder Abyss Mountain provides some security, so despite the harsh recruitment criteria, the influx of people remains vast. The fervent activities of Thunder Abyss Mountain have caught the entire Beast Combat Domain's attention. Everyone can sense that this previously stagnant force is now brimming with vitality. Perhaps soon, Thunder Abyss Mountain will become the most dazzling presence in the Beast Combat Domain. On the main peak of Thunder Abyss Mountain, there stands an array of majestic halls. One hall is particularly grand, and in front of it lies an enormous plaza stretching over thousands of feet. On this plaza sits a black torrent, figures in meditation, exuding a formidable aura. These figures wear dark armor etched with mysterious runes that seem to pulse with their breathing, creating a unique, powerful energy fluctuation. Upon closer inspection, one finds their breathing perfectly synchronized, with wisps of energy rising from their bodies to form a colossal dark tiger in the sky. The tiger seems dormant, but everyone senses its potential ferocity upon awakening. Around the plaza, members of Thunder Abyss Mountain pass by, gazing at the black torrent with awe and envy. Known as the Tiger-Devouring Army, this is Thunder Abyss Mountain's most formidable force, with each soldier equipped with divine relics. Such a scale is enough to make any faction envious. Of course, within Thunder Abyss Mountain, only the Tiger-Devouring Army enjoys this privilege. Many strive to join, but the bloody selection process intimidates even the most self-assured warriors. Inside the grand hall facing the plaza, several gazes are fixed on the Tiger-Devouring Army, filled with fervent admiration. Thunder Abyss Mountain is truly lavish. This Tiger-Devouring Army alone could contend with a practitioner of the reincarnation stage. In the hall, several groups are seated, their faces somewhat familiar. None other than the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, Ghost Eagle Demon Commander, and Golden Ape Demon Commander. The one speaking is the Golden Ape Demon Commander, clad in golden armor. At the head of the hall, Little Yin stands like an iron tower, his rugged face exuding a sinister aura. Even in the presence of the 3 most formidable figures in the Beast Combat Domain, he shows no fear, simply grinning and saying, "You didn't come to Thunder Abyss Mountain just to spout nonsense, did you?" Having received a significant setback from these 3 in the Divine Relic Mountain Range, Little Yin clearly harbors no goodwill towards them. The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander was visibly angered by Little Yin's defiant demeanor, but he was well aware that Thunder Abyss Mountain was no longer the same. Just considering the fearsome young man from the Heavenly Demon Mink clan and the increasingly formidable Little Yin left him feeling apprehensive. He understood that if Little Yin were to ally with the Tiger-Devouring Army, even he would have no choice but to retreat in defeat. Moreover, the thought of Lin Dong from Thunder Abyss Mountain filled him with even more dread and a hint of fear. These 3 brothers were all forces to be reckoned with. Flame Commander, you surely know why we're here. That recent uproar is no secret, the Golden Ape Demon Commander said with a bitter smile and a sigh. Little Yin remained indifferent, saying, "The grudge between the Mang Mountain domain and you three demon commanders isn't of much concern to Thunder Abyss Mountain." Naturally, Little Yin was aware of the issue the Golden Ape Demon Commander referred to, as it had been causing quite a stir throughout the Beast Combat domain, rivaling even the earlier commotion from the Divine Relic Mountain range. The source of this unrest was the neighboring Mang Mountain domain. This domain, equally vast and no smaller than the Beast Combat domain, typically coexisted without interference. However, after the events at the Divine Relic Mountain range, a ripple was felt, the largest of which was Mang Mountain domain's incursion into the Beast Combat domain, with the three most powerful demon commanders bearing the brunt of it. Naturally, this invasion infuriated the three demon commanders, as Mang Mountain domain's actions were nothing short of a declaration of war. Yet, despite their anger, the thought of Mang Mountain domains might left their expressions grim. Mang Mountain domain was well known in the realm of demonic beasts for being one of the rare regions truly unified. Unlike the divided and often warring Beast Combat domain, Mang Mountain domain was dominated by a single entity known as Mang Mountain. Within Mang Mountain, there were 5 major powerhouses, all of whom were at the Samsara stage, commanding countless strong subordinates. Although the 3 demon commanders were no pushovers, they paled in comparison to Mang Mountain. This predicament had the 3 demon commanders at their wits' end. They could neither win nor retreat, prompting them to turn to the recently opposed Thunder Abyss Mountain. After all, Thunder Abyss Mountain's strength was undeniable, and an alliance might make Mang Mountain think twice. Flame Commander, the target of Mang Mountain's attack is the entire Beast Combat domain. Our 3 demon commanders are known for our power, so we've become the first targets. If we fall, the other forces in the Beast Combat domain will likely have no choice but to surrender or flee. At that point, even Thunder Abyss Mountain won't be able to remain unaffected, the Ghost Eagle Demon Commander said as he gazed at Little Yin, his voice steadying before continuing. Moreover, Mang Mountain's actions this time are likely tied to the Divine Relic Treasury, now in Thunder Abyss Mountain's possession. Do you think Mang Mountain will let you off easily after dealing with us? I'm aware you have the Heavenly Demon Mink Brother, but Mang Mountain's background is also complex. For the sake of the Divine Relic Treasury, they won't be intimidated. Little Yin furrowed his brow, fully aware of these facts. However, the idea of being dragged into an alliance by the 3 demon commanders wasn't appealing. When trouble comes knocking, Thunder Abyss Mountain will handle it in its own way. You needn't worry, Little Yin replied. You, the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, frustrated by Little Yin's stubbornness, slammed the stone table before him, causing it to shatter. Swish swish. However, as the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander's anger erupted, a sudden rustling filled the great hall. Numerous figures appeared, their sharp gazes fixed on him. Even the tiger-devouring army outside the hall began to let out deep growls that echoed in the sky. Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, this is Thunder Abyss Mountain. It's not your place to cause trouble here. Little Yin retorted coldly, his eyes glinting with hostility as he stared at the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander. The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander's face turned ashen. Though seething with anger, he realized he was deep within Thunder Abyss Mountain's stronghold, surrounded by the watchful tiger-devouring army. He could only rein in his temper with a cold grunt. Flame Commander, you know the gravity of the situation. I hope you'll give us an answer. Mang Mountain has set up the Heavenly Arena. All 5 major powerhouses are on the move, while we only have 3, the Golden Ape Demon Commander said helplessly. Little Yin fell silent, contemplating the words. After a moment, he finally spoke. This matter is critical. We must wait for my elder brother to return before making a decision. He's been gone for 2 months already. We may not have that much time left, the Golden Ape Demon Commander replied with a wry smile. Just as the Golden Ape Demon Commander finished, Little Yin's expression shifted. He quickly looked toward the hall's entrance, where a figure was slowly walking in. A familiar laughter echoed through the hall. Heh, returning to such a lively scene. Big brother. Little Yin exclaimed with joy as he stood up. At the entrance of the main hall, the figure also moved, appearing in the empty spot at the head of the table, smiling as he looked at the 3 demon commanders below. It was Lin Dong, who had just rushed back from the Dragon Clan. Lin Dong looked at the three demon commanders and smiled, saying, "I already know what happened. Mang Mountain is indeed tough to deal with, but it's not impossible." Oh! The three demon commanders, including the Golden Ape Demon Commander, were surprised and looked at Lin Dong with some astonishment. The strength of Mang Mountain lies in their unity. To deal with them, we need only to unite the Beast Combat Domain. Lin Dong smiled, though his expression carried an indescribable depth. This was a prime opportunity to expand Thunder Abyss Mountain. Unite? Within the hall, the three demon commanders, including the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, were momentarily stunned. Then they looked at Lin Dong, who wore a smile on his face, and asked quietly, "What do you mean?" "I believe you understand what I mean," Lin Dong responded nonchalantly. "The Beast Combat Domain is like loose sand, chaotic and unorganized. To counter Mang Mountain, we must consolidate various forces into an alliance. Otherwise, it's hard to resist them. The Beast Combat Domain is inherently chaotic. How can it be easily consolidated?" The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander retorted coldly. "It's true the Beast Combat Domain is full of factions, but 7 or 8 out of 10 depend on our 4 dominant clans. If we decide to do this, it will naturally become a trend," Lin Dong said with a smile. "Although Thunder Abyss Mountain is expanding rapidly, it is far from the level Lin Dong desires. However, this situation cannot be rushed. Otherwise, it might lead to self-destruction, but now presents a significant opportunity. If the integration of forces within the Beast Combat Domain can be achieved, even if Thunder Abyss Mountain can't immediately control everything, Lin Dong is confident that it can gradually become the dominant force. Eventually, even the other 3 demon commanders might have to rally under Thunder Abyss Mountain." The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander's expression was inscrutable. They had considered consolidation before, and from a certain perspective, once they agreed, it wouldn't be difficult. However, once a large new force, like Mang Mountain, emerged, who would lead it? Lin Dong had ambitions to assimilate other powers secretly, but the shrewd demon commanders were well aware of it. Yet, the 3 factions had always been equally matched, making it impossible for any one faction to subdue the others. We're just dealing with Mang Mountain. There's no need to make such a big deal out of it, right?" The Ghost Eagle Demon Commander chuckled dryly. While he had control within his domain, forming an alliance would inevitably weaken his authority. Today it's Mang Mountain. Tomorrow, it could be Min Mountain. Will we repeat this every time? This is a way to solve it at the source. Besides, you 3 have a big name within the Beast Combat Domain, but it's limited to that small area. If we consolidate, our power will increase significantly. Our ambitions shouldn't be confined to just the Beast Combat Domain, Lin Dong said with a faint smile. "Of course, if you're satisfied with being mere local lords, then forget I said anything." At Lin Dong's final suggestion, the 3 demon commanders clenched their hands tightly, a trace of eagerness leaping in their otherwise darkened eyes. They had strong abilities and naturally harbored ambitions for greater recognition. Although they had thought of expanding their influences, they had reached a certain limit in their current form. They didn't have particularly solid backgrounds. Although the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander had connections to the Dragon Clan, he had little influence within it, even if his strength matched some of the elders. In the Beast Combat Domain, they could be local overlords, but in the wider domain of the demonic beast world, they were moderately known, at best. Powers like Mang Mountain, backed by the 9 Phoenix clan, showed no respect and engaged without warning. Despite their grievances, they had no solution. "If we form an alliance, do you propose a way to give us the formidable backing required?" The Golden Ape Demon Commander asked, shifting emotions. "Mang Mountain rules Mang Mountain Domain because it's under the jurisdiction of the 9 Phoenix clan, one of the 4 dominant clans, to which the 5 major powers of Mang Mountain owe allegiance." The 9 Phoenix clan? Lin Dong was momentarily taken aback, clearly not expecting Mang Mountain to be linked to one of the 4 dominant clans, the 9 Phoenix clan. "We know you have a brother who is from the Heavenly Demon Mink clan, but even he would have a hard time making them our backers, right?" The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander said coldly. Lin Dong glanced at the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander and replied, "My brother may not yet represent the Heavenly Demon Mink clan, but I can connect us with the Dragon Tribe." "The Dragon Tribe?" The Golden Ape Demon Commander and the Ghost Eagle Demon Commander paused, then looked at the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander with odd expressions. Here, the only one with any connection to the Dragon Tribe was the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander. So Lin Dong's words seemed rather amusing. The Dragon Tribe always acts neutral. They would never agree to become our backers. I've established the Blood Dragon Hall over the years, and the Dragon Tribe has given me little aid, let alone you. The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander mocked. You are you, and I am me. Lin Dong's eyes drooped slightly, his voice carrying a hint of ridicule as well. What gives you the right to say such things? The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander retorted angrily, with a cold laugh. If you think a few words like this will get us to agree to your proposal, you're being naive. Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, watch your mouth. Little Yin glared at the commander with eyes full of hostility, shouting. Lin Dong waved his hand, gazing playfully at the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander. Then, he lazily bent his slender fingers, a purple-gold light flickering into view. He held a purple-gold dragon seal, asking, Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, do you recognize this? Immediately, the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander's gaze shot to Lin Dong's hand. Beside him, the Golden Ape and Ghost Eagle Demon Commanders saw his mocking expression begin to freeze, replaced by deep shock and doubt. This is the Dragon Tribe's punishment seal? How do you have it? The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander exclaimed in astonishment, quickly shifting to anger. You dare steal the Dragon Tribe's punishment seal? Are you looking for death? Do you know how serious this crime is? Crime? The Dragon Tribe's Grand Elder gave it to me. What crime could I have committed? Lin Dong looked at the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander with a smile, his eyes gradually growing cold. I am the Dragon Tribe's new punishment elder. As a member of the Dragon Tribe, do you know the crime of insubordination? The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander's expression changed. Angered, he yelled, Nonsense. How could an outsider be appointed as the Dragon Tribe's punishment elder? Lin Dong's face turned indifferent, rising slowly as he held the punishment seal. His skin began to shimmer, and an indescribably pure pressure surged from within him, enveloping the hall like a tide. As the pressure spread, the air seemed to solidify. Even the Golden Ape and Ghost Eagle Demon Commanders took on solemn expressions, clearly sensing the purity of the force. Such a pure dragon might was beyond even those with the most authentic dragon lineage. Their gazes shifted to the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, now pale-faced. As a member of the Dragon Tribe, Lin Dong's primordial dragon bones exerted a powerful suppression on him. Such pressure! The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander's eyes trembled as he stared at Lin Dong. It was as if he saw through Lin Dong's body to the ancient, majestic, crystalline bones resembling a jade dragon, exuding endless authority. They're dragon bones. Do you possess ancient dragon bones? The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander couldn't help but exclaim, recognizing the formidable nature of the bones within Lin Dong. Such power and purity were perhaps possible only with ancient dragon bones. Lin Dong's lips curled slightly, but he couldn't be bothered to explain. It seemed that the ancient dragon bones were enough to intimidate the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander, so there was no need to correct him. Sometimes, it's good to keep a trump card. I've taken a stroll through the ancient dragon transformation pool. Do you have any more questions? Lin Dong said calmly. The ancient dragon transformation pool. The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander murmured, as it was a sacred place he yearned for. His own dragon bones were only of middle grade. An entry into the transformation pool would purify his lineage. However, he didn't have the qualification to enter. Though he was part of the Dragon Tribe, he was marginalized, and without his turning wheel stage strength, he might not even be acknowledged by the Dragon Tribe. Heavenly Dragon, in the presence of the Punishment Elder. The Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander finally shook off his daze and quickly rose, saluting Lin Dong with a Dragon Tribe gesture. The tribe was strict, and the Punishment Elder held authority second only to the Patriarch. At this moment, he finally put away any disrespectful attitude towards Lin Dong. The punishment seal in Lin Dong's hand has a suppressive effect on dragons, so he understood that if Lin Dong were to wield it against him, he would be in a dire situation. Seeing that he had finally tamed this unruly character, Lin Dong let out a slight sigh of relief, then waved his hand and said, "I am the newly appointed punishment elder of the Dragon Clan. If we form an alliance, I will ensure you have the Dragon Clan's protection. Now, do you have any more questions?" The three demon commanders exchanged glances. Tianlong, although the ancient dragon transformation pool is difficult for outsiders to access, perhaps I can come up with some ways for you in the future, Lin Dong said with a faint smile. Hearing this, the heavenly dragon demon commander trembled slightly, looked up at Lin Dong with a quivering gaze, and then nodded heavily. Everything as the elder says. Lin Dong's offer was simply irresistible to him. You two have already met my second brother. He is the candidate for the next chieftain of the heavenly demon mink clan. If successful, he will lead them, and then we will be aligned with both the heavenly demon mink clan and the dragon clan. You understand what this represents. Lin Dong shifted his gaze to the golden ape demon commanders, smiling warmly. The two golden ape demon commanders opened their mouths, their eyes glowing with fervor. With the backing of the two dominant clans, their fame would surely spread across the beast combat domain. Such honor is exceedingly rare in the entire realm of demonic beasts. After a brief internal struggle, the two exchanged looks and then nodded firmly. All right. A look of satisfaction appeared on Lin Dong's face as he watched them finally agree. Now that they had boarded his ship, getting off would not be easy. Inside the hall, with the nodding of the three demon commanders, the atmosphere relaxed a little. Chun Tong and the others beside them stared at Lin Dong in astonishment, finding it hard to believe that in less than half an hour, he had persuaded the three top forces that had dominated the beast combat domain for decades. As people familiar with the beast combat domain, they understood just how chaotic this region was. Unifying it was not easy, and the greatest obstacle came from the three demon commanders. However, now, that greatest obstacle had shattered under Lin Dong's persuasive words. With their approval, the beast combat domain now had a real chance for unification. One could imagine that once the integration was complete, a new powerful force would rise within the beast combat domain, surpassing anything it had been before, and it would gain significant renown throughout the demonic beast realm. Master Lin Dong truly lives up to his name. Chun Tong and the others exchanged subtle glances, each seeing the amazement and shock in the other's eyes. Such an achievement was perhaps only possible for Lin Dong in the entire beast combat domain. Since all three of you have agreed, we can announce the news. However, the beast combat domain has been chaotic for a long time, and even though we wish to form an alliance, there will inevitably be some opposition. I assume you three know how to handle these obstacles? Lin Dong asked with a smile, looking at the three demon commanders. Rest assured, opposition to such a large-scale movement is inevitable, but we will handle it cleanly. The heavenly dragon demon commander grinned, his smile exuding menace. They understood the atmosphere in the beast combat domain well, but this was not a major issue. Those who opposed would simply be eliminated, and the other factions would not dare utter a word. Bloodshed is inevitable in such integrations. Lin Dong nodded slightly and then leaned back against the stone chair, saying, "The unification cannot be completed in a few days, but since we're all on the same ship, we must work together. Naturally, we will face the current obstacles together as well. Tell me about this so-called heavenly arena. I want to see just how overbearing Mang Mountain is." The golden ape demon commander nodded and, after a brief pause, said, "In such large-scale battles between the two regions, once initiated, it becomes a warlike affair, exhausting both sides. Therefore, Mang Mountain has chosen the heavenly arena format, which is quite simple really. It's just a battle arena. However, to qualify for participation, one must have either reached or be close to the reincarnation stage. The heavenly arena consists of 5 matches, and whoever wins 3 out of 5 emerges victorious. Mang Mountain's 5 leaders will likely all participate. On our side, only the 3 of us are at the reincarnation stage, but with you and Commander Yin, we won't be outmatched by them. Little Yin might find handling a single reincarnation stage opponent a bit of a stretch. Big brother, the heavenly arena knows no bounds. If I step in, I can bring the tiger-devouring army along." Little Yin grinned. With the tiger-devouring army's power boost, he now had the strength to take on someone at the wheel-turning stage. Lin Dong nodded in agreement upon hearing this and asked, "What happens if we lose?" The Golden Ape Demon Commander exchanged a glance with the other two commanders, their voices low. Half of the Beast Combat Domain's territory will be ceded to the Mang Mountain Domain. Of course, if they lose, they must give up half of the Mang Mountain Domain to us. Even Lin Dong, with his steadfast nature, couldn't help but raise an eyebrow at that. Half of the Beast Combat Domain. What an enormous territory, and how rich in resources it must be. This fight was indeed a massive gamble. If we don't agree to settle this through the Heavenly Arena, Mang Mountain will launch a war. If we lose, we might completely lose control over the Beast Combat Domain, said the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander. Lin Dong nodded slightly, acknowledging that compared to a vast war, the more straightforward approach through the Heavenly Arena was preferable. If your Heavenly Demon Mink brother were still here, we wouldn't have to fear Mang Mountain's 5 chiefs, remarked the Ghost Eagle Demon Commander. Lin Dong glanced at Little Yin, who shook his head and said, "Second brother went back to the Heavenly Demon Mink clan a while ago. He seems to have something urgent, so he probably can't help us this time." On hearing that, a hint of disappointment crossed the Ghost Eagle Demon Commander's face. If Little Mink were here, even the 9 Phoenix clan would have to be wary because of his lineage. "Don't worry. Since you've agreed to the alliance, I'll naturally help you through this hardship," Lin Dong said, his voice calm and unwavering. The 3 commanders observed Lin Dong's composed demeanor and nodded. In the 2 months since they last met, they could feel his increased power, and even the latent pressure he exuded shocked them slightly. Remembering his prowess from their last encounter, they felt somewhat reassured. Lin Dong wasn't someone who could be judged by common standards, as they had learned firsthand. Moreover, they weren't expecting to outright defeat Mang Mountain at this moment. If they could fight them to a draw and make them think twice about continuing the battle, it would be considered a victory. As for completely defeating their 5 chiefs, that was another matter entirely, even with Lin Dong and Little Yin joining them. "We haven't responded to the challenge from Mang Mountain yet, because we couldn't gather 5 people strong enough to compete. Now, can we send them a reply?" The Golden Ape Demon Commander asked Lin Dong. "Reply," Lin Dong said softly with a slight smile. "All right." A spark of battle intent ignited in the eyes of the 3 commanders. They had been living under the pressure of Mang Mountain for some time, but Lin Dong's presence alleviated their apprehensions. No longer could they endure the situation in silence. It was time to fight back. "Since we're considering forming an alliance, we should have a name. This was Lin Dong's idea, so why don't you name it?" suggested the Heavenly Dragon Demon Commander with a smile, his attitude toward Lin Dong now noticeably warm. As someone from the Dragon Clan, he knew well what authority the Punishment Elder represented. "With our 4 factions coming together, let's call it the 4-Elephant Palace. What do you all think?" Lin Dong proposed with a light chuckle. Naming it after the 4 elephants, quite bold. The 3 commanders murmured and nodded in agreement. Now that the alliance is formed, let's reply to the challenge. 3 days from now, on the demonic beast Ancient Plain, we'll settle this with Mang Mountain. Their eyes burned with anticipation. They knew this news would send the entire beast combat domain into an uproar, marking it as the grandest event in a century. The beast combat domain had been restless of late. Just as the fervor from the Divine Relic Mountain range began to die down, Mang Mountain launched their invasion, creating a commotion so immense it left everyone in the beast combat domain on edge. Everyone knew Mang Mountain's strength was sufficient to crush any single faction among the 3 demon commanders' forces in a head-on battle. Many forces within the beast combat domain depended on the 3 demon commanders. If they were defeated, the repercussions would be significant. Once the 3 demon commanders are defeated, the beast combat domain will fall under the control of the Mang Mountain domain. This will reshuffle the entire situation here, delivering a devastating blow to many forces rooted in this region. During this period, the beast combat domain has been gripped by fear and helplessness, as such high-level combat is beyond their capacity to intervene. Their only hope lies in the forces of the 3 demon commanders resisting the pressure from Mang Mountain. Amidst the chaos within the beast combat domain, a piece of news finally emerged from the ranks of the 3 demon commanders. The message was brief, yet it sent shockwaves throughout the region. Thunder Abyss Mountain, Blood Dragon Hall, Ghost Eagle Ravine, and Golden Ape Mountain have formed an alliance, calling themselves the Four Elephant Palace. The announcement left the Beast Combat Domain in an uproar, with everyone stunned by the unexpected alliance of the four rival forces. Remarkably, just 2 months ago, Thunder Abyss Mountain had fiercely clashed with the others. Despite their shock, many powerful figures in the Beast Combat Domain celebrated, recognizing that this alliance was their only defense against the Mang Mountain invasion. Observers found the alliance both novel and incomprehensible, as it marked the first such union in a century. Some even speculated that this might herald an era where the disordered Beast Combat Domain would unite much like Mang Mountain, possibly elevating its standing within the demonic beast realm. Nevertheless, the survival of the newly formed Four Elephant Palace against Mang Mountain's impending onslaught is crucial. Should it fail, the alliance would crumble in despair. With these thoughts in mind, countless eyes from the Beast Combat Domain and even the surrounding regions focused attention on the demonic beast Ancient Plains, the battlefield that would decide the rise or fall of this nascent alliance. 3 days passed in a heated atmosphere, with the Beast Combat Domain buzzing with excitement over the Four Great Forces coalition. While some interests might be harmed by the alliance, the three demon commanders' forces still dominated, making the alliance an inevitable trend. The main concern now is the upcoming challenge from the Heavenly Arena, set by Mang Mountain. Only by standing firm against this challenge can the Four Elephant Palace truly establish itself as a formidable presence in the Beast Combat Domain and gain recognition as a premier force in the demonic realm. Should they fail, however, the alliance will become a mere joke, with Mang Mountain seizing half the Beast Combat Domain. The reputations of the four great forces would be tarnished, leaving them little future. Thus, the crucial point still hinges on the imminent battle at the Heavenly Arena. Demonic Beast Ancient Plains. This ancient expanse stretches across the border of the Beast Combat Domain and Mang Mountain Domain. Typically tranquil due to its desolation, the plains lack significant territorial claims, making it a relatively peaceful and quiet place. However, in a matter of days, it has become the focal point of intense attention from surrounding regions for obvious reasons. At the center of the ancient plains, what was once an empty space now resounds with deafening noise. Countless whistling sounds pierce the air from all directions as figures pour in like locusts, converging on the ground. Viewed from afar, they form a vast, undulating black sea. The scale of this event surpasses that of the Divine Relic mountain range 2 months prior. It's clear that many powerful forces in the demonic realm are keenly observing this clash between the two regions. Under the azure sky, the sun blazes fiercely, casting waves of heat that ripple across the plains, raising the temperature gradually. In the vast central expanse of the plains, a particular area remains untouched, known to everyone as a high-risk zone. Eyes scan the horizon, filled with anticipation. Who would have thought that the three major demon commanders of the Beast Combat Domain would choose to form an alliance? Aren't they usually at each other's throats? And how does Thunder Abyss Mountain even qualify to join? The air was filled with whispers, though those voicing such thoughts likely weren't from the Beast Combat Domain. Otherwise, they'd be aware of the big battle 2 months ago. Heh, you're really out of the loop. Thunder Abyss Mountain is no longer what it used to be. 2 months ago, they clashed with the three major demon commanders in the Divine Relic mountain range and held their ground. Now, their strength rivals that of the three factions. Naturally, any alliance would include them. I see. But isn't it a bit naive to think a temporary alliance can take on Mang Mountain, especially with the 9 Phoenix clan backing them? Who knows? Rumor has it that the trusted demon commander of Thunder Abyss Mountain is somehow connected to the heavenly demon mink tribe. But who can tell if it's true? Oh, really? Well, that explains a lot. Various voices spread across the plains, most discussing Thunder Abyss Mountain. It seemed this new rising power from the Beast Combat Domain had piqued considerable curiosity. Around half an hour later, as their curiosity peaked, everyone suddenly felt the primordial energy in the area become volatile. They quickly turned their heads to see countless figures sweeping in from the northern sky, as if covering the heavens and blotting out the sun. The Four Elephant Palace is here. The crowd watched as the overwhelming cavalry arrived, their spirits lifted as the main players finally made their entrance. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Numerous figures flew in, landing directly in the center of the plains. Their arrival shook the ground, evidence of the 4 Elephant Palace's full-fledged mobilization. Following them were other demon commanders with their forces, typically aligned with the 3 main commanders. Now that the 3 had formed the 4 Elephant Palace, they naturally integrated as well. These forces were indeed the pinnacle of the beast combat domain's power. Such an assembly caused many to appear solemn. If they were to face Mang Mountain head-on, the carnage would be unimaginable. Fortunately, none could afford such costs. Thus, they opted for the relatively gentle solution of a heavenly arena battle. All eyes focused on the dense crowd. At the forefront, besides the familiar 3 major demon commanders, stood 2 more figures. One was like a towering iron tower, exuding intense hostility, while the other was tall and slim, with a gentle smile that seemed out of place amidst the intimidating force behind him. Yet those who knew the inside story understood well that this seemingly mild young man had driven the heavenly dragon demon commander to a dire position within the divine relic mountain range, despite his minor achievement in the deadly mystic realm. Have the people from Mang Mountain arrived yet? Lin Dong looked up at the blazing sun and glanced at the endless throng in the distance, a hint of surprise in his eyes, not expecting to draw such a crowd. They should be here soon. The heavenly dragon demon commander replied, hostility flashing across his face. Those mangy birds have long been an eyesore. Now it's time to show them that the beast combat domain isn't a pushover. What kind of species are the 5 giants of Mang Mountain? Lin Dong asked, unfamiliar with their details. The 5 giants of Mang Mountain, also known as the 5 kings, East, South, West, North, and Mystic, are led by the Mystic King, the Ghost Eagle Demon Commander explained. Aside from the Mystic King, the others belong to the Blood Vulture clan, one of the 8 royal clans, closely tied to the 9 Phoenix clan. The 4 are brothers, surnamed Tong, named after wind, forest, fire, and mountain. They're renowned in the demonic beast realm. Blood Vulture clan, huh? Lin Dong nodded slightly, realizing they stemmed from one of the 8 royal clans. And the Mystic King, named Luotong, isn't from the Blood Vulture clan but the 9 Phoenix clan. Mentioning the Mystic King even made the Ghost Eagle's face turn serious, indicating considerable apprehension. Lin Dong's eyes narrowed. No wonder the Ghost Eagle and others feared him. He belonged to one of the 4 dominant clans. It seemed Mang Mountain was indeed under the 9 Phoenix clan's influence. Unlike the Dragon clan, which remained neutral, the 9 Phoenix clan liked to assert their status in the demonic beast realm. Lin Dong's slender hands gently clenched, and a flicker of fiery resolve surged in his dark eyes. After the 4 Elephant Palace entourage arrived, Mang Mountain remained silent. However, Lin Dong and his group remained calm and composed, closing their eyes to rest and shutting out the noise enveloping the area. This wait lasted for 2 full hours. Just as impatience began to creep in among the crowd, Lin Dong, whose eyes had been closed the entire time, suddenly opened them. He sensed a startling disturbance emanating from afar. They're here. Lin Dong spoke softly, his eyes fixed intently on the western sky. At this moment, the 3 commanders, including the heavenly dragon demon commander, also sensed something. A glint of surprise crossed their eyes, astonished that Lin Dong could perceive the distant commotion before them. Buzz. In less than 2 minutes after their gaze shifted, the sky darkened abruptly, silencing the clamorous noise around them. Countless eyes turned towards the distant horizon, where blood-colored clouds rushed towards them at an astonishing speed. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. As the blood-red clouds approached, it became apparent that these were figures clad in scarlet armor. Beneath the armor, sharp, baleful eyes glinted. Within the blood-red clouds, a massive flag measuring 1,000 feet tall billowed in the wind. Beneath the flag, there was a large dark red bird with 9 tails of varying colors, both dazzling and perilous, trailing behind it. Mang Mountain's people have arrived. Exclamations of surprise spread as they watched the impressive blood-red clouds. An eagerness filled the voices, revealing their impatience for the imminent battle. Haha, for Elephant Palace? A hastily formed alliance like yours dares to bear the name of the four elephants? How presumptuous to believe you can contend with Mang Mountain. The blood-red clouds descended upon the central area, and from the forefront, a loud, mocking laugh filled the air and echoed across the land. The blood-red haze gradually dispersed, revealing a massive force.